Sir, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
So it has come, sir.
Fine.
So do you have a chart for variance analysis? Can you show me?
Variance analysis, like what kind of variance analysis you want to make it?
It could be anything. You have mentioned the variance analysis in this particular thing. So I want to see the chart with that. Yeah.
Right now, I do not have because I have to prepare something because I don't retain any of the data sets over here. But if you want, I can prepare and send it across to you when you go for like
I will also send you the reason. The reason is like when we are doing a project, we analyze the schedule, we analyze the profit cost and all those things. So this seems very easy rather than putting it in MS project and getting out. So this, if you can send me or help me with this, that will be really good.
Yeah, that is what, again, the same thing. It is in the waterfall only people prefer to showcase. Let me see. Uh, I have something. Earlier, somebody asked me one. Mm, working files, charts. So this is about your profit and loss account, how to present it. This is one. And this is about your same, I mean, income and expenses statement only. Okay, I'll just look into that. If I have something, I'll send it
Sure,
across to
sure,
you.
sure, sure, please. Yeah.
Fine then. So people, I believe that everybody is able to get some idea how this waterfall really helps us in presenting our data effectively. Okay. As I told you, it depends upon the version what you are working with. If you do not have Office 365 or 2019, 2021, this will be missing. Now, I'll take you to the next chart type is called pie chart. Sometimes what it happens, people, we need to present our data in a pie diagram and people are having the comfort zone looking at the data in the pie format. So now the question is how to plot a beautiful pie diagram over here. So select your data and go to our insert. We do have a chart option. Okay. And there is one pie diagram over here. You can notice this is available. And if you click, there is an option called 2D pie. Click on that. And when you go to this 2D pie, it will take you to the pie diagram like this. So kindly confirm all of you have got this pie diagram in the same format. Now, the first thing first, as I told you, go to the design and take the last tile. So it will generate a legend like this in the bottom side. It will generate a legend like this, which is not really playing a great role in our pie chart. So you can select and delete. And chart title, we have already discussed what is the right place in the right side of the chart area. To make it more informative, right click on any of the pie and go for add data labels. So you can notice some data labels are inside the pie area and some are outside, or maybe some cases you might be having all the entire data labels inside the pie area. Ideally, you should present it outside of the pie area to keep your presentation neat and clean. So what we can do, select one of the data label and make it bold, Control B. Right click upon the same. You have an option, format data labels. Able to see? If you select one of the data label, all the data labels would be in selection. Right click upon the same, format data labels. A dialog box is going to appear where you could see it is showing the label position by default as best fit. Instead of that, go to outside end. Instead of that, go to outside end. This is the first change you do. Now, immediately, all the pie, you can notice whatever the data labels were appearing inside the pie area, now it is appearing outside. If you believe it is not in a readable format, slightly increase the font size, 1 or 2 points. I told you, Control Shift and greater than symbol. The first thing, ideally in pie chart, we cannot ever present our data in numerical value. We should go for percentage. So here in this window box, you can see there is a percentage checkbox is not activated. Kindly activate percentage. Now, when your percentage is on, there is no role of value. So deactivate value, exactly about to that. But having the value again leads to a lot of questions in the audience mind. Which month that blue color belong to, which month that red color is appearing. So before they ask, why don't you give it? So there is an option over here called category name. Checkbox is not enabled. You can enable this. But the problem is it is appearing in two different lines and it is overlapping with each other. That doesn't look good. So how to give a clean look over here? There's an option over here called separator. You can see separator. There is a drop down. If you go for it, there's an option called space. And when you go to space, immediately it will appear in one line. So you can notice now pie chart looks better, informative. All the data labels are properly appended. And this window workbook is over. Let's go and close this. So kindly confirm all of you have done on this level. But here, what we presented, anybody can do that.
I'm not
And
getting these things. May I share my screen?
yeah, no. Right click on any of the pie. Right click on any of the pie. Yeah. Add data labels first. Add data labels. Then click one of the data label. Right click on that. No. No. Keep the cursor outside. Keep the cursor outside in the blank cell. Now exactly take your mouse pointer to one of the data label. Right click on that. Format data labels. Yes. Now in the right side window, there's an option called outside end. Yes. Now make it bold. Control B. Make it bold. Increase the font size by 1 or 2 points. Control Shift greater than symbol. Keep hitting 1 or 2 points. Control Shift and greater than symbol, not
It's
the right
done.
arrow keys. Okay. Now choose the percentage checkbox. Just up percentage checkbox. Yeah. Value deactivate. Category name activate. And there is a separator option below. You see separator. Go to the drop down and choose space. Last option. Now take that sales title to the right side. Sales title of the chart area, take it to the right side. That's it. Now
Thank
close
you.
this window from the right side, no problem. So I'm taking the control back on the screen, people, and this, whatever we have done so far, anybody can do that. It's not something rocket science or extraordinary, something we did it over here. So now the question is, how to make our presentation different from others? Remember one thing, if you see any of the chart presentations of the Big Four, McKinsey and Co, Bain and Company, the pie charts, if you look at, the standard practice is you need to first identify which month is having the maximum occupancy. It should be aligned to this format. So technically, when November month is there, you should present your May month data. So which is having the maximum occupancy? May month. So May month should appear in the November place, facing towards top left corner. So this is the ideal practice. So how to make it? Just see. If you go for right click on any of the pie, you have an option format data series. And there a window box comes. You see angle of first slice. A marker is there, a bar is there. You, if you take that marker and slide over the bar, can you see your pie chart will start rotating and rotate in such a way you can bring that May month exactly facing to the top left corner, the direction I showed you in the red color. So somewhere in 130-degree, it is appearing like that. Kindly confirm. Right. Now close this window, format data series window. You can close it. And now see the beauty. Keep your cursor outside, click once in a blank cell and select that May month pie. When you select May month pie, all the rest of the pie is also in selection. You can see. Now select one more time the May month pie. Only May month pie alone would be in selection. You can see. Ideally, the moment you go to the Pizza Hut or Domino's or you order any pizza at your home, how do you take a slice out? Similarly, hold this May month slice and take it out and see the beauty. A beautiful story will be turned up. What is that? From the entire year, during the month of May, we got the maximum revenue. So this is how you are not only presenting your data, you are presenting along with your story so that people would be happy watching the same. So that's called our pie chart, people. And if you wish, you can take it to the PowerPoint and give a meaningful slide also. Even though in your absence somebody else is presenting, your people are not going to struggle to understand what exactly you are presenting. Any doubt? Any queries?
So we can copy paste this whole thing as it is in the PPT, right, sir?
Yep. You can take this, Control C. You can go to PowerPoint and simply, I told you in PowerPoint how to do the integration. Going to just right click, paste as a image.
Mhm.
Got it. All right. So I believe pie chart is clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now I'm going to take you through one chart just for the information. Maybe some or the other you may get this kind of charts also could be the case. So mostly the European and American counterparts, if you have, they prefer to present this kind of chart called benchmark chart. This is nothing but another version of your target versus actuals or budget versus actuals. There is no such kind of chart in the chart family like our waterfall, bar, line, pie. There is no such kind of chart called benchmark chart. This is the coin term, and this is nothing but the other versions of your target versus actuals. So whenever you come across this kind of chart, don't be panic. This is not there anywhere in the chart family. This is created. Okay. This is just for information. Now, I'm going to take you through the next chart type is called automatic chart. Okay. So automatic chart, is it something that I will be commanding to Excel and Excel will recognize my voice and plot the graph? Is it voice sensitive or can Excel recognize my voice? No. Automatic chart is something we'll prepare our chart only once in such a way that whenever we upload our data, update our records, my chart will be plotted accordingly. I don't need to keep on repeatedly doing the chart options over there. How to make it? Just don't worry. The numbers will be different. Whatever we have, don't be panic for it. Just do one thing. Select March to December and delete. Select March to December and delete. Numbers will be again changing. Don't be panic again. Now just watch my screen for a minute. Okay. So over here, I have my data. I plot a graph. Now tomorrow, when I complete my business for the month of March, and if I update my records, do you see the March data is being populated? No. What we do in that case? We select our data. We realize, oh, March is not coming to the range. So we slightly take this advantage of mouse and we enlarge it the March. No doubt, whatever we are doing, absolutely fine. But this action is recurring in nature. Every month end, we have to go and increase slightly one by one cell down, which is really a painful job. One. Now you can ask me a question, Pravas, why don't you go for anonymous range like this? It will create some empty space. So my audience will be asking question, Pravas, why it is showing empty spaces? Can I say, sir, we are yet to complete the business here? Can I say something like that? Is it the right way to express? No. So what we are having the practice people, today we are going to stop. Okay, now start working with me. Select your data and first convert your data into table. What is the shortcut? I told you.
Control T.
Very good. Go for it. So Control T, T for Tango, T for table. And the moment you convert your data into table over here, it is formatted. Plot your graph. Now do your necessary changes, whatever you have learned, going to the last tile and removing the grid lines and whatever you discussed in the quick chart, everything you can do it over here, adding the data labels, then going to our colorful patterns. Right? Then access scales, you can remove. Data labels, I can make it bold and somewhat into it. Chart title, we can populate in the right side. So these things, whatever we have learned, we have populated over here. Now, once you have done with this, just fill the month only. Go to the month column, just fill the month for the timing. Don't fill the data, just fill the month. Say MAR, enter. March is populating. APR, April is coming up. MAY, May is also populating. JUN, June is also included. Can you see? I no need to watch my chart area. It is automatically getting populated and the interval between the columns also getting uniform. The data labels are also getting populated automatically. Everything is happening automatically. So this is what the beauty of this converting the data into table. And any point of time, if you want to showcase only the quarterly results, go to the month filter and choose April, May, and June. You don't need to showcase the entire unwanted data to the people. So what exactly people are interested to see, that alone we are displaying. So this is how people, you have got another advantage. If you convert your data into table, you can make a dynamic chart in this way. So kindly confirm all of you are able to do it. Any doubt, any queries? Fine. So this is how people, we have come to an end and this is it from our chart side and we are done with our training. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask.
Sir, what was the pathway for creating this multiple colors? You had mentioned,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
right click.
Right click on any of the column, format data series. Then the first icon is the fill. Within that, vary colors by point.
Very plus my point. Okay, thank you.
So taking the live data, people keep practicing and trust me, you can make a lot of difference if you go and present your data in this format because Though can play around with your numbers, if you're unable to present it with the right format or charts, then it will incomplete. So some of the other people cannot connect with the data and they will feel, okay, this is not up to the mark. So that comes out of your practice and experience. As I told you, taking the live data, you have to keep working with different charts, and which is exactly giving the proper view. You have to take a final call on this.
So for the last one,
Uh-huh.
you have provided us with a way to make it dynamic, correct?
Okay.
But I'm trying to understand this revenue is now here, it is a random number which is generating. So
Right.
I will, you're saying that you don't need to enter revenue or the chart is automatically
No, 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 no,
populating?
no, no, no. You have to only focus only with your data entry.
Okay,
You need to focus only with your data entry. You don't need to keep on changing the range. I told you, right?
right.
So
Because
you
it's
have
a
to
table, it is automatically doing that.
absolutely,
Right,
absolutely.
right. Got it, got it. Thank you.
Welcome. Yes. Any other doubts, queries, people? Hope it was informative. The chart section, whatever we discussed.
Yes, it was very much.
Right. Right. So one thing I would like to take you through is just always keep your background white. So anything you populate in the white background, the canvas will look good. And even though you are addressing a target audience of more than 100 people also, they can have a clear visibility. Don't use this kind of combinations. Like I have seen people presenting the charts in this format. Don't go for this kind of formats. Okay. Taking the background as black or something, or doing the yellow color combination. This kind of color combinations also you should avoid. Sometimes what people they do, I'll tell you, they go for this kind of color combinations. Just avoid this. Okay. So color combinations also plays a very much big role. Give a background in such a way, if the person tries to take a printout also, it should give a neat and clean look. So that's why it is better always go for this kind of white backgrounds. You would have seen also any of the charts of mine. Always I'm keeping my background as black. I mean white. All right. Yes. Any other queries from anybody?
If we do have any queries, is there any email ID we should write to
Yeah.
for support?
Yes. I'm just dropping a text message over here. So this is under my supervision. You can always drop any other queries. So along with the sample data, you please drop me a mail. I would be in the same position to understand the similar wavelength we can have. What exactly you're asking, I can give you the right answer over there.
Fortunately, we can't share live data. So in that
Not
case,
like
I
that.
will
At least you
problem
can create some
statement I will
sample
mention
data.
and yeah,
No, no, what I'm saying is you don't need to share the entire data as it is. At least create some sample data when you're taking a different Excel
yeah.
file or Excel
Yes, yes,
sheet.
of course.
Yeah,
Even definitely.
yes, yes.
Because I have one thing,
Question?
specifically if condition. The clarification
Okay.
is if condition you said we need to add under or right. Can you able to show me now any do I need to add if and how the sequence to be followed?
Okay, so you
Specifically.
want an example with if and combination, if
Correct.
I'm not wrong. Okay,
Correct.
okay, that's a good question. So if you look at in our sample case study, same folder, if you look at, we have corporate case studies. See, there are over here called practice sheet. Okay, so if you go to the practice sheet regarding some employees bonus calculations, we have got two data sets. Go for the data set number two, which is there towards your right side. Okay, now here, look at this. We have got the employee name and the salary they draw, division they belong to, and the ratings what they have. Now, what my management has given me a condition that Prabhas, if somebody is having the rating exactly 1 to 3 and the division is belong to CDFD, and if the salary is below 50,000, then only that person will be eligible for bonus. So what happens over here? All these conditions are to be satisfied, then only he will be eligible for bonus. Can you understand that?
Correct.
So to make it happen, how will I check all the conditions are whether satisfied or any condition is not satisfied? So I can go for a simple formula called AND. Okay. Rating. What I can do, less than equal to 3 over here. Hope it is visible.
Yes.
Comma. Next logic. Division should be CDFD. Comma. Next logic. Salary should be less than 50,000. If this is true, all these conditions are true, then only that person will be having the eligibility for bonus. But if I go and check my AND formula, rating, is it less than equal to 3? Answer is true, yes or no?
True.
Yes, that is means true.
Yes.
So my first condition is satisfied and it's true. Second condition, division, is it CDFD?
False.
So definitely my AND formula will give the answer as false. Do you agree?
Correct.
But I am not looking for the output as false. I am looking for bonus or no bonus. So what we can do is this entire AND statement will put it across inside if formula, and AND formula will become my logical test. Entire AND formula will become my logical test. Now logical test, after that I'll put comma. If this is true, if my AND formula returns the answer as true, then bonus. If it is returning false, then no bonus. Hope it is clear.
Yes. Yes.
So this is what now answer instead of false will be getting no bonus. So that is what your if combination with AND formula. All right. So I believe that makes your logic clear.
Right.
So the lot of practice sheets we have kept it for you. If you do not get some real-time data, you can also practice on this data sets. Also practice 2 over here. Again, one more practice 3 is there. So you can keep using this also as well.
Sure. Yeah. Please open the
I can't hear you. Sorry, it was not audible.
Yes, sure. If in case of, as you said, I'll practice it. For any queries, I'll touch base with the mail ID.
Please, anytime, no problem. You can have my email ID. You can very well drop me a mail. So you'll be getting your responses. Don't worry about it. Mark my words. But practice well. That's what necessary.
Sure. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Welcome. Any other doubts, queries from anybody?
If it is okay, hot formula also.
Yes, yes, Gita.
If it is okay, you can able to show the hot formula also. Or and we are the same way. Do I need to add or
Yeah.
instead of and?
Yes. Same
Okay.
formula as it is, only in place of and you have to go for or. If any
Okay.
condition is satisfied, then the person will be eligible for bonus.
Sir, logics, we do not put it in inverted commas in any
No,
of the formulas.
no. Logic, why will put logic? That is the predefined formula. If is the logic,
Oh,
that's why we have to go first. When you are expecting your own output, own text, true, false, yes, no, maybe, this kind of text, when you want to expect as an output, you have to define with your own two double quotes.
okay.
All right
Thanks.
then. So yeah, Gita, anything from your side?
Thank you. Thank you. That's it. Thank
Okay,
you so much.
no problem. So please keep practicing, people. And if you have any queries, I'm there to support. Don't
Sir,
worry. Yeah.
one small thing. Lot of times, head office from companies, they send different sheets, and whenever we put the party IDs, it automatically shows the entire details,
Right.
and the base file is also not there in any of the sheets. So how do they correlate?
No. It will be there somewhere hidden. You just check it out. There will be a hidden sheet. Without data, if the file has been sent to you, if it is detached, it is not in the shared mode, and there
How
is
do we
no
how do we hide sheets?
yeah, that's a good question. So, see, this is my Excel file. I have got uh, two sheets over here. Okay. Now, if you go for right click and hide this, okay, anybody can unhide option. They can explore and they believe they can go for this and they can get this unhide sheet option over here. So if you look at unhide is available. So I
Yes.
can go and unhide this. But in your case, you will not be finding, even though you right click, there will be not be having unhide option. That is the difference. And how the people are hiding the sheet in very hidden mode. That is what the objective now. So suppose sir, these are the, I mean, sheet two, I have got some data naming called Excel. I just want to hide in such a way, nobody should unhide it. So what you can do is right click on that sheet tab. There's an option called view code. It will take you to your backend view that is called your macro programming code. And here, this sheet two, when you select from the VBA project window, there is a properties window available below to that immediately. Okay. And in this properties window, if you see, it is showing the visible section as Excel sheet visible. If you see sheet two, Excel
Yes.
sheet visible. Instead that, go for the drop down and choose Excel sheet very hidden. Just one time select. And now if you look at your sheet two, is it showing the status now very hidden?
Yes.
Now, once it is done, close this window and now that sheet is no more visible. Even though you try hard, unhide option will not be there. So this is how the templates people create, and in the backend, they store the data. And whenever you populate any kind of entries, corresponding details are automatically available. Without that, it's not possible. So data would be stored somewhere, and this is how it is being stored.
So I have one query.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're doing a VLOOKUP,
Yeah.
can we do it to link multiple sheets? Can my data be in multiple sheets or it has to be in the same sheet?
No, it's not necessary. You can have the data in multiple sheets also. You can go for VLOOKUP, but you have to combine another function called indirect.
Okay.
So indirect with VLOOKUP, you can do it. Suppose I take an example. If you are looking for, I'll show you. Those things we teach when you go for, I mean, the next level people, like when you go for the corporates and the people are already aware of one stage of Excel formulas, functions, everything, we take it to the next level. So those cases we teach this formulas. So I'll take you through. Yeah. So for all clients, never see. Lookups. Yeah. So write data to search only take a lot of time. Since hmm, got it. See, so Suppose say I have got 2017, 2016, 25, 3 years data I have, like particulars, and this is the amount. And it is there, like different, like if you see, there are some multiple blanks are there, and some cases it is starting with row number 4, and 2017, the data is in clean format, could be the case. Now, I need to have a summary in such a way, whenever I go and operate with any of the year, the details should be available. Like say 2016, how much revenue from retail and food services? So 2016, retail and food services, this total should appear over here. If I change it to 2015, then it should go and pick the data from 2015. This is what we are expecting, if I'm
Yeah,
not wrong,
yeah,
right? So what we need to do first, how to create a drop down, we know that is nothing big over here. So only thing is
yeah,
the VLOOKUP formula.
yeah.
So when I go for VLOOKUP formula, lookup value, I take it and then I'm going to table array. So table array, I'll go for suppose over here, taking the immediate right entire column because I never know where the data is starting from A1 cell or A5 cell or A10 cell. I don't know. That's why I'm taking the entire column. And here, when I'm going for it, then column index number, I should go for over here, which column? 2, then comma 0. The moment I go for this, I am getting the data something, but it is giving the data of 2017. Can you see that?
Yes, correct.
But I am having a drop down, and that drop down should connect to this VLOOKUP formula. And
Correct.
drop downs are nothing but the sheet names, if you see
Yes.
2015,
Yeah.
2016, 2017. So how to connect with that? So what we can do is over here, this entire VLOOKUP formula, whatever it is there, okay? Can you see it is having one apostrophe and then the sheet name, again one more apostrophe, then the range. It is populating, correct? So
Correct. Correct.
here, this entire thing, I will be putting it across with indirect formula. Now this one, I will be putting it across within two double inverted quotes. So one single quote, I'm putting it across within two double inverted quotes. Then I'm using the ampersand command to combine and taking the cell reference of that drop down. So I'll remove this 2017 out of this and I'll take this cell and I will log this. Okay. Now the other one, whatever I have over here, the other one, whatever I have over here, again, I'll go for ampersand and then I'll put it across within two double inverted quotes. So this is what the phase I have to define within indirect formula. Now, when I go and hit enter, this is giving me some error. Let me see why it is error because indirect is not closed. So I'll go and close indirect formula. Now you see, so 2015 retail, is it the value 53 lakhs 50,000? So 2015 retail 53 lakhs 50,000, right? Now if
Yes.
I go and change 2015 to something else, so 2016, 55 lakhs 22,000, 2016. 55 lakhs 22,000. So depending upon the sheet exactly, but here one thing you have to maintain it, the sheet names you have to make it crisp and exactly the drop down should be appearing with the sheet names. And this is the formula you can apply.
Thank you, sir. This is very, very important.
I mean,
Thank you.
mostly the when you go for the finance related records and creating the dashboards and all, especially we teach to those guys. That's why you would have seen this template I would have designed advanced Excel
This
for
is very
finance.
necessary because it is never in one sheet. We look
Easily.
up, we have multiple sheets and we query those sheets, right?
True.
Thank you.
Well, so I believe you have got a lot of takeaways from this training, and if you keep practicing about this thing, people, and keep spreading, help your teammates also if they're in the need, and take their problems and try to solve it. And trust me, this is the best way to learn the things or learn Excel better. The more the problems you face, the more the challenges you try to attempt, that will be helping your knowledge to the next level.
Sure.
And as usual, I told that you'll be getting the recordings, don't worry. And maximum by day after tomorrow, you'll be getting your course completion certificate also. So I request everyone to drop exact name to be there in the certificate so that there won't be any spelling mistakes. Okay. And don't confine your limit or learning process over here. This is just a base. You have to groom yourself to the next level, like Power BI, Tableau, all these software applications. If you get a chance to learn, please learn it because you have to compete with the world. You can't just stay with one knowledge or application knowledge and you can survive in the corporates, not for sure. So you have to groom yourself. As and when time needs, you have to take your knowledge to the next level. You have to learn new applications, new tools, new AI features. So keep doing that. And the sites I
Sir,
have already prescribed. Yes. Yes,
sir,
Mukesh.
macros anywhere linked to the things that we have learned today, I mean, in this course? Or
Everything,
are we
everything.
ready now? We can learn macros.
You have to practice. That's what I'm telling. It's just you have learned, you have not practiced. So give some time to practice. Then definitely you can go for your macro. But you have missed one class, that is pivot table. I would
Yes.
suggest attend the pivot class also completely because you are going to do the automations in the pivot as well when you go for macro. So if you are unable to learn macro, I mean pivot table and directly jumping to macros, you will be again struggling there. So I don't want you to do that. So give some time, don't worry. Slow and steady wins the
Oh,
race. Go with the right path, right ladder. You can reach to the success.
and sir, is there any other course where, like, just you have shown us the indirect thing with VLOOKUP? So, is that another course or where we shall be learning those things?
No, there
Because
is no other.
those are
Right.
the things that come in our daily challenges.
I do understand that, but those things we cannot have a course for it because that is what it's a tailor-made program for the corporates. Like as I told you, if a
So why
specific
not have one like that with a case study for
Yes.
the regular
uh,
public? So that because what happens is what I'm seeing, like you helped us out with the indirect one, that is what we actually have. So
no,
why not have
I'm
a
not denying.
in-depth course with a case study right throughout using these like you do for corporates, maybe a
Right.
course like that.
The reason is, if I take that, people believe they know everything, they jump into direct that topic, but they are not aware of the basics. Okay. Now I can't leave them. And if I attend to those people who are having the expectations to learn something really super advanced techniques or some combinations of nested formula, they can't learn. I tried that in the past. That's why this program only for the corporates. If a specific target audience is there and you are for sure all are having the equal competence level and the understanding level is the same and they are from the same domain, we customize the program for them. It's public also, it's very difficult to maintain. I mean, trust me, I mean, this is somewhat okay. I would manage the so still we had a time of 6 o'clock. It has gone up to 6:30. Can you make out why it is? Not to offend anyone, don't take it personal, but this is the reason. We can't map all the competence level over here. So somebody will be slow learner, somebody will be having different level of questions, somebody will be having some other, I mean, queries also will be there. I can't ignore it because I don't have the policy to ignore and just to maintain the timeline, I should keep running on that. I don't do that. And that is the only reason why, trust me, past 17 years, people who have got, I mean, attended my training program, they still remember me. They keep thanking me. So I do understand the challenges. I mean, 16 hours is not enough. I told you in the beginning itself, but yes, just to make your roots strong, the fundamentals strong, I'm doing my job. But there is a next level of learning, and I have given you the helping hands, the 10 website names. You have to spend time. Don't worry, you will not get disappointed in those websites. It is very well, beautifully maintained. Those case studies, you can also help yourself on that. Now you got the track, how to read, how to approach with the problems, and what kind of formula and functions you should go for it. You got some ideas. Only thing is you have to work alone.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome. No
Uh,
problem.
you send me that variance file, Malone. Yeah.
Sure, sure. I will
Sure.
search tonight and I'll send it across. I'll
Sure.
definitely make a note of that.
Thank
Don't
you so much. Thank you.
worry.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine then, guys. So stay safe. Take care. Okay. So stay in touch. Have a
Yes,
nice
sir.
day.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot,
Welcome.
sir. Thank you
Thank you.
for
Thank you,
this
sir.
knowledge.
Thanks.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks,
Thanks.
guys.
Thank you, Prabhas.